Hey there, everybody. Welcome to episode number 3 of the March to 300. I am your host, Drevens Drugi. Thanks for checking in to Drugi's Lounge for this episode. And today I am wearing a shirt from Dave's Guitar Shop as a recent trip that Miss Mona Joy Finder and I took to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Dave's shop here was opened in 1982. He's got several other shops throughout Wisconsin, but this place was the original, a 2-story building. They have over 3,000 guitars that you can pull off the wall and plug and play as much as you want. But upstairs is the real value, the real hidden treasure for the visit, and that is where Dave has his private collection of guitars and amps. So if you're in La Crosse, Wisconsin, that's a place you have to see, especially if you're a fellow music geek like I am. And we'll talk a little bit more about La Crosse, Wisconsin in the lounge, as coming up shortly will be Drugi's Travels, which we'll put some videos out about some recent trips that I do here and there, and get some feedback from you guys on places we need to hit and see. But keep an eye on the lounge for those episodes coming up shortly. But today, though, we got to take one final small step towards that March to 300, and we're going to go through some vintage music, some new music, whatever. I don't know what it is, because Miss Mona Joy Finder has randomly selected some CDs for us to go through today and decide if they're going to make the cut or not. So Mona, come on in here, and we will take a look.
All right, here's 12 for you.
All right, down to 12 today, and we will, again, the idea here is picking CDs that are going to make my final cut of 300, which is going to fit into my CD player. So emotional attachment to the CD, yes or no? Is it something I listen to almost straight through without skipping a song, yes or no? Or is it just an impossible or extremely hard CD to find, again, due to its rarity? So those are the criteria. Let's take a look here. This one here is the James Gang live in concert. It's got about, looks like 7 songs. This is from Joe Walsh's early days with the James Gang, and a very cool concert album. It really captures Joe in his earlier days in the James Gang. Tend My Garden, one of my favorite songs that Joe or James Gang did, is performed live on concert on this CD. And not a very common one. You can find it, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to keep the James Gang live in concert is going to make the 300. So good start. As you can see, I'm stacking those up here. This is number 7. We're in episode 3. I'm only keeping 7 CDs so far. So it's hard to make the cut, but the James Gang concert is going to make it the cut here. And here we go. Smashing Pumpkins, A Siamese Dream. This one's probably going to make the cut as well. So this is the album that really got the Smashing Pumpkins to national acclaim. Cherub Rock's a great song. Pretty much all these. Today's probably the one I'd skip past. That one's kind of overplayed for me. I had a chance to see these guys in concert a couple years ago in Tampa, and just a great show. And this is kind of one of the ones, if you're into the 90s grunge rock, you definitely got to go with Smashing Pumpkins. This is the one is the one you got to have in the collection. So we're going to keep Siamese Dream in the 300. So 2 for 2. Rare start here. Oh boy, Billy Squier. You know, when I was thinking about doing this show, this was the kind of stuff I thought would get a lot of conversation going. Billy Squier's greatest hits. I don't know they have this individual Billy Squier album. And I remember being a kid and hearing Stroke and those a couple other songs and thinking he was pretty cool. And the reason why I was thinking about this type of conversation is, you know, they talk about MTV and videos making music stars. Well, this is one instance where the video killed the radio star. And I can just imagine some hardworking guys up in Pittsburgh, you know, some coal miners, and they're hearing Billy Squier, and they come home and tell their kids, hey, you got to see Billy Squier, he's great. And they wait till he shows up on MTV and they play the Rock Me Tonight video. And if you haven't seen the Rock Me Tonight video, for the cringe value, you definitely have to do it. It actually is a pretty cool song, but that was a video that I think sunk this guy's career. It's a shame. So some good songs, but more infamous, I guess you'd say, for the video. So I'm going to say Billy can't stay because of that, but definitely a good conversation piece. Next one here, Rollins Band, Get Some, Go Again. Henry Rollins, maybe a little more known for his acting. He's been in a lot of roles in TV shows and some movies. And I think I was on a kick when he had an album came out I can't remember. It'll come up one day, but I think I got some other Rollins band CDs a long time trying to see if anything was worthy. And this one I don't remember catching on anything for me. If this is one, and I encourage you, please go to the comments and make comments about it. If am I missing something with the Rollins band? It had a couple of cool things, but I don't even remember getting this one. So this one's going to have to go away, I think. All right, Deftones, the White Pony album, and this has got some good stuff on it. Actually, going the Spotify route, when I do some cardio or exercise, I do quite often have Deftones in the playlist. Some good songs on this one, and this one's probably going to make the list as well. The Digital Bath is a cool chill out song, probably one of my favorites on this album. Got a chance to see these guys a couple years ago in Orlando in a very good concert, and definitely worth a listen through. So I don't know if all the Deftones ones I have are going to make the cut, but this is probably the one in the group that will. So we're going to put this over here. So three good, 2 down. So this is better than the first couple weeks. We'll see how we go here on the next one. And here is The Police, a live double CD. This looks like probably not anything to do with their reunion tour they did in the early 2000s. This is from their more classic days. Of course, all the songs on here are, if you're a Police fan, they play all their hits. Don't remember this one standing out. They don't do many deep cuts or fun covers. They're good in concert, so the sound quality, the performance is fine, but I don't think it's going to be one we'll keep in the 300. So the Police Live double disc is going to not make the cut today. All right, here we go. Those of you might know me, I'm also a big fan of wrestling. I was a big fan of wrestling as a kid. Not so much today. I do watch it occasionally, but one cool thing is the WWF would put out some good music. They have some music they would actually just write for the different wrestlers. So a lot of this is original music. They do also get artists that will contribute a song, and the wrestler can use them. But these are actually all songs that were written by the WWF staff, such as the Undertaker's theme. Dude Love, one of Mick Foley's personalities, that was always a fun one to listen to. Some cool stuff, but nothing I think I would want to keep to put on my CD player. But good is nostalgic thing to listen to, especially if you're a wrestling fan, but not going to make the cut for the final library. Okay, up next here is Coldplay, and I'm not sure I can go with, I can't even pronounce it, Mixoloto. Coldplay is kind of a unique case for me. There's an album, maybe 2, that are going to make the 300, but not this one. Coldplay, for me in the earlier days, had some really cool stuff. Kind of more of an indie band, some chill out stuff. And as they got more and more famous, to me they just got more bland and more just trying to produce music that's going to sell CDs. And this is far into that venture. So this Coldplay is a definite no. I think I might have listened through it once just to see if there was anything redeeming back in the time when I bought it. Not really. So this one is going to have to go away. All right, here we go. Whitesnake, the Whitesnake album. So this one probably is going to make the cut, I would have to say. This is one of those one of the CDs when I was in later years in high school. Didn't have the CD. I had the cassette tape, and I wore this cassette tape out. Still the Night, one of those songs to this day, if I just want to let some steam off, I'll crank up on the ear pods, crank up the stereo in the car. But Still the Night, one of the, to me, all-time favorite songs. Here I Go Again, that one might be a little overplayed, but some of the other songs that weren't heavily played are pretty good too. This one does have John Sykes on guitar. John Sykes passed away a few years ago, but great guitar work from him. And David Coverdale, good vocalist. Does his best Robert Plant impersonations on this one, but I'm going to say this Whitesnake album is going to make the cut. So it looks like we're 4 in and 5 out. We got 3 more to go. And here we go. Ted Nugent, his super hits. And going by the packaging, this probably looks like one either I found at a yard sale or maybe I got from the dollar bin at Walmart at some point. Ted Nugent's got some cool songs. Stranglehold, one of my favorite ones of his, over 8 minutes long. Some of the other songs I do like from his aren't on this compilation. So as compilations go, this one's probably even a weaker one. They probably only pick out some of the best stuff from Ted. But definitely a great guitarist, but not on this particular compilation, not one that's going to make the 300. All right, here we have the Beaches section of the Jimmy Buffett. Now this is actually a box set from Jimmy Buffett. I think it's Beaches, Boats, Bars, and Ballads. They're all be titled CD. This is the Beaches one. I'm probably going to keep this one simply because it's part of a set. If you're a Jimmy Buffett fan, this covers him up until the, I think, probably late 80s, early 90s when this particular one was put out, which is more of my favorite parts with Jimmy Buffett is his early to mid 80s, late 80s run. His stuff he did right before he passed away wasn't really into that. Although I do like going to Margaritaville and getting one of those cheeseburgers. But so this one I'm going to keep because of the rarity or part of a box set. Definitely something that on a summer as we are here, getting some summer songs out. Good one to have on tap. And the last one here is Jerry Cantrell, the Boggy Depot. Jerry, of course, is the lead guitarist for Alice in Chains. This was a album he put out, I think in 95, 97-ish. This was when the guys in Alice in Chains were kind of on the outs a little bit. Lane Staley was going through his addiction problems, so Jerry put out a solo album. There's some good songs on here. It is, listen to this, you can tell how much of an influence that Jerry Cantrell had on everything to do with Alice in Chains. So some good stuff on here. Not something I'm going to keep in the 300, but definitely if you're a fan of Alice in Chains, give this one a listen to, and you might get something out of it. So again, that's it today. We had more CDs actually make the cut than normal, but we did get rid of, looks like, 7. So 7 go to the wayside. Thanks for joining us. Make sure that you hit subscribe. You got to do that. It costs you absolutely nothing to do. Hit subscribe. Be a music geek, and let's go ahead and get some conversations going. I got called out on a few things previously. Some good debates going. I love it. Let's keep it going, and we'll see you here very soon again on the March to 300.